And the Delhi Capitals are next on this journey that we've been on. Fantastic as of yet. Endeavor, please take over.
So coming to Delhi Capitals, I guess they've done very fine with their retentions and they have most of their bases covered. Like they have a good opening batsman, young opening batsman who can strike at above 150s. They have like IPL, I could say like Rishabh Pant is not dependable, experienced, and like you can have a trust on him to do his things. And he's also the captain of the side, and he did well this year. And hopefully we can see him improving for the further years. Then we have a very fine spin bowler who can bat a bit in form of Akshar Patel and a very lethal pacer in form of Hendrik Nokia. So I guess I feel there are three major areas where Delhi Capitals still need to fill in. That is a explosive finisher after Rishabh Pant and like at around 5 or 6, and one is a bridge between Rishabh Pant and Prithvi Shaw who could support both of the attacking batsmen and bind them together. And one is a support pacer to Hendrik Nokia, a support Indian pacer to Hendrik Nokia, but Avesh Khan did the job this year. They could buy something. So coming to first of all, the explosive finisher, which is the most important thing required for them. So they should go for their big name back, that is Shimron Hetmyer, and they should spend the maximum amount of money there. They have to spend on him. They have to spend a 9 or a 10 crore. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You have to spend on him. You need a finisher like that, and I don't believe any other finisher is that capable and that like of that level. What Shimron Hetmyer, there is like whatever the names are coming in the auction. Then coming on to the top two, like I believe they could pair up another opening batsman along with Prithvi Shaw and number 3 in such a way that one of the players is attacking, one of the players is a bit defensive. Like suppose if they buy Roy in the auction, they could go for Manish Pandey at number 3 and form that stability around. Or on the other hand, if they go for a Devon Conway or a David Malan in the auction, and then they have to go for a Rahul Tripathi or some attacking middle order batsman.
They could go for Suresh.
Then coming to the they could go for a Suresh Raina. And one thing also with their mind is like first of all thing they're going to try is to get back Shikhar Dhawan from the auction, from the market side. If they get back him in a decent price, they can straight away put in a Steve Smith or Aiden Makram at number 3, and then they could carry forward. So coming on to the bowling, the most important thing like they need is a death over specialist along with Hendrik Nokia, so they can go for around a 5 or 6 crore for T Natarajan. Yeah. Because he was very good in IPL 2020 and he didn't play in 2022. He earlier got injured, then got COVID, but he could be a very decent boy under the radar because he's not in the limelight recently. Eyes are not that much on him, so he could go I know Delhi will be very tempted to get in Avesh Khan back, but Avesh Khan coming at the end part of the auction, you can't just keep your budget and have a trust that you will get him back. At the end of the auction, anything can happen. You can't trust him. Or one player that is left is the one overseas pacer, which they would look to fill in that opening bowler slot with a swing bowler like Tim Southee or something, or they might go with an express pace or Mark Wood of something.
How about Pat Cummins?
Yeah.
To put in the
Pat Cummins, I get then the budget would be disturbed considering we're just 47.5 crores left. I think the Pat Cummins would be possible. So that's it, Sean.
The best thing Delhi could do is get most of their players back. That would be their main strategy.
Considering this, four of their last players, out of 11 players that retained 4, the rest one went retained is Marcus Stoinis, 5 gone, and 4 are in the market. So that's 9 players gone.
That's
and then not in the market are Avesh Khan and Shimron Hetmyer, which are gonna go high.
Even their bench strength like Lalit Yadav, if they are able to get him back, that would provide them with a great balance.
Yeah, it would be a great deal, I guess.
What I have noticed with Delhi Capitals in 2018 is that they don't spend on overseas big names. They tend to get an Indian coach, and then they groom the overseas players and they make them into superstars. So I think that this
they will go for one overseas big name, I guess. Like they last time went for Kagiso Rabana and Glenn Maxwell in 2018. So they'll like to go for Shimron Hetmyer this time because and one they might target a Jason Roy or maybe a Faf to play. They would like to target.
They are fond of South African names.
So I disagree.
What happened between Pant and Dasi Vanderdusen in the Test series might go not in favor of them. Rishabh Pant won't like him getting into his team now after that.
So I have one thing which I disagree with Endeavor, sir. So that we know that at the helm of the strategic and coaching affairs, we have Ricky Ponting there, brilliant cricketing mind, as we know. So as we know, he built an Indian top 4 for Delhi because he understood that on Delhi's pitch, which is pretty unpredictable, it is usually on the slower side. You know that to get a good score, you need the Indian batsmen who understand Indian pitches. You cannot have somebody like a Glenn Maxwell coming in at number 4, because that becomes very unpredictable. So I think he'll stick with the strategy, and he's going to do his level best get a very good Indian top 4.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna throw in a couple of names.
according to me, yeah, like top 4 full Indian top 4, like then you have to overspend on a few players, like getting an Indian opener and
Absolutely.
also a support
Definitely.
Indian middle order batsman. So I guess they could go for one Indian player who plays good,
Yeah.
spend like
They
Manish
can
Pandey,
get a
Tripathi, and
big
one
domestic
overseas.
name.
How about
He
Like
should
Baba
go
Indrajit.
and get a good experienced name top of the order. And I think the strategy of getting overseas number 5 and 6 and 2 overseas
Yeah.
pacer worked for them. So I think they'll stick with
Yeah.
it. They'll
They
most
might,
probably
they might,
get,
they might.
if they don't get their somebody like Hetmeyer back, you still have good middle order options in somebody like a Glenn Phillips or a Tim Seifert. And even all rounders, you could look at somebody like
Yeah,
a
but
Jason Holder.
Jason Holder.
yeah, but that
Absolutely.
like I was tempted towards Shimran Bair because he has done them for the like he has done things with them in the past. Like
Definitely.
last 2 years been brilliant. So like
Yeah,
what Ricky
definitely.
Ponting said
He has
also,
a
he'll
connect
try to
with the
buy
Delhi
back all his
setup and
players.
everything. He has
Yeah.
a Delhi connect, but I don't think people will let him go for cheap, because he is
Exactly.
filling in a
He's
very
gonna be
crucial
a,
position.
yeah.
He's a left-hander. He hits it very hard.
I guess like
Even
if like according to me, Delhi Capitals should spend the most amount of money for Shimran Hetmar. Like even they could spend an amount of 10 crores and get a team in 38 crores very easily.
And I
He's
guess
the
After
they
balance
that,
are
they
element.
support.
gonna spend heavily on Mitchell Marsh as a replacement for Marcus Stone's suppose, and they require a number 3
Might be
batsman.
a thinking,
Quite
but
possible.
spending
even I
over
think
like spending a lot on Mitchell Marsh is like a bit of a gamble because you'd never know with his injury. After tournaments, he can get injured and then you're in a big trouble.
So, contradicting to that, I'm going to throw in a couple of names in there. Yeah. So, there's Prithvi Shaw at the top of the order. There's Rishabh Pant in here. And you said Mitchell Marsh, who's probably going to come in at 3 if they pick him. How about an Ishan Kishan or an
Yeah.
Ambati Raidu there if they keep some purse aside?
Ishan Kishan is
Yeah,
gonna
Ambati
be the
Raidu is an
most
option,
expensive
definitely.
player in the
Somebody like
auction.
Ishan
Raidu.
Kishan, if Delhi bids for
Kishan is
if Delhi
very
goes for
tough.
Ishan Kishan and get Ishan Kishan, then it's out. Like Delhi is not
so.
going to get a good
As
fast
we
bowler.
know,
They're
only
not going to get a
3.
good finisher.
Definitely. So
Like,
as we know,
they'll be
only
destroyed.
teams have wicket keepers as of now. 4 teams, if we count
Four
Lucknow as
teams.
well.
And they're not going to bid
Yeah,
that
they-
much for wicket keepers.
No, okay.
So
Raidu has
wicket-
also given a name as a keeper this year, by the way. So he's also going to be a very hot pick.
I don't think he'll
A
be
very-
given a keeping role even if he goes to some other franchise.
Mhm.
But keepers this year are gonna be a very hot commodity. Definitely.
KS Bharat before got a good number 3.
Yeah,
He has done
Definitely.
well.
He's also
KS
Exactly.
Bharat, in Sheldon Jackson, in Vishnu Vinod, and we have big overseas names like Johnny Bairstow, Quinton de Kock, and Tim Seifert, and many other players. So keepers are
Many other
definitely.
like, youngsters coming around. All these.
So
Absolutely.
Ishan Kishan is in that category. So I don't think he's gonna get
Ishan
anything
Kishan
less
is a
than
like,
8
player
crores.
will go over 15 crores. Like it's
He's
certainly
gonna be the
He-
most
even-
expensive player in this.
Even if auction
Okay.
dynamics go against him, he's not getting even a rupee less than 8 crore. And even if he's lucky, he'll probably get double of
8 is
that amount.
I still think 8 is very less. Like I'll still say
Even
he's
Mumbai Indians will
definitely
be
going
tempted to
over
pay
at
14 crores for him at any part of the.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing to note is, apart from Mumbai, Delhi was the biggest team spoiled for choice here. They could have had
Exactly. They had literally
any
4
day.
options.
if they could
Yeah.
retain 4 other players apart from these
Other
4
players,
also,
that is like I would say
great.
Rabada, Dhawan, Ashwin, and Shreyas here. That would also be a great
Yeah.
retention. So
So
That
completely
is
4
a
different players.
different luxury
And you
to
could
have.
still have decent retention. Then even if you remove those 8 players, you could have retentions. Something like Punjab what did.
Okay, I'm going to leave it to the viewers now. Ending on that funny note. Let us know if you found the retentions for Delhi. If they're going to do justice, then thanks a lot for watching.